Good evening, everyone. Send in the clowns. It's not send in the clowns, is it? It's something else.
No. Here comes
Here
the
come
clowns.
the clowns. There we go. The
Close
fantastic
enough.
piece of music by Mr. Dave Newland. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is just gone 8 o'clock. It is Tuesday. It is time for Total Video Gamers presents Total Mod Cons. And it's been a couple of weeks since I've been on, so I am dead excited to be chatting all things video games with everyone. Unleash the clowns. There we go, Dave. Unleash those clowns. Yes, so we have got lots to talk about this evening, an awful lot. There's quite a few of you in the chat already. So before we go through who is here this evening, we have got the man himself, the birthday boy, Blooders.
Hello. Yeah. Well, it's my birthday tomorrow, so this is my last day of being in my 30s, which is mad. Big thank you to everyone who came to my party at the weekend. As you can see, I'm on a brand new 4K camera, which is looking great. And I've also gifted a present to Mr. Dan Nastic. You've been gifted a membership by me, so I hope you enjoy that leveling up.
Super duper. Yes, the big 4-0, the last of us to hit 40. Then we are officially all fossils. Whereas as retro as the games we like to play in our spare time.
Indeed.
Never mind. And also, Triangle Face Tim.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, hello. How are you, good sir?
Yes, all good, all good. I'm just rearing up for the what have you been playing section, going through my list of stuff I've been playing, thinking, what have I been playing? Because there's so much on there, because I've been plowing through loads of Steam games.
Wow.
So,
Oh, well, we can get to that. Oh, we'll
it's up too much now, and it's going to be really disappointing.
Well, let's see. So let's go through. Who have we got? Excuse me, in the chat, we have got Dave Newland, as always. Wonderful to see you, Dave. Man, the myth, the legend, Rob Taylor. Good evening, Rob. We've got Toxo. It's good to see you, my friend. Colin Brown. Good evening, Colin Brown. I hope you are good. We've got Vernon Couchman. Made it just in time. Mac, let's go. Adam H. Good evening, Adam. I hope you're keeping good, my friend. We have got the loudest man in Eastleigh.
Right. Who is the loudest man in Eastleigh?
Don't know.
I reckon I could become the loudest man in Eastleigh. Good evening, Colin. I hope you're keeping good, my friend. And we've got Colm and Colin. Sorry, got both names confuddled then. Cool. Let's get to it, because Tim has built this up exponentially, that he has been playing a multitude of games. So, Tim, what have you been playing?
So I'm jumping around quite a bit. So a few of the games I've talked about already, so I won't dwell on those too much. I'm still playing through Resident Evil Village, which is fantastic, but it's also a bit terrifying. So I have to psych myself up to play that. So a few evenings I've gone to play. I thought maybe I'll play something else for a bit, because I'm a bit tired and I don't want to be scared in the middle of the night by being chased. Honestly, there's bits in it. It does it so well, but there's bits that were like everything's fine, and then you turn around and there's someone chasing you, and your heart rate goes. I'm like, oh, I've got the adrenaline pumping now. I can remember I was playing the other day. I think my wife was in the kitchen, and I was literally playing it really quiet, and all of a sudden went, "Fuck!" You're right. There's like, yeah, I'm okay. She thought I'd hurt myself or something, but literally something jumped out at me, and I went, "Fuck!" So yeah, but brilliant if you like jump scares and stuff. That's really cool. I've also been trying to play Gran Turismo again in the VR, because that's really cool. It's such a fun game to play, and I like getting set up in it and playing it for a few hours at a time. But it's it's one of those things where I'm going to be playing that for a really long time, I think. So it's not like a campaign where I've got an end in sight. It's I'm going to be playing that for a long time, I think. So I'm going to try and dip in and out of it. I'm getting a little bit fatigued with it now, but I'm trying to finish Final Fantasy 15.
Okay.
Because I want to kind of move on to some other stuff now. It's like, I like it. I like the story. I like the progression. I like the all the ways you can level up, and all the little mini things in, like the fishing in the food system, all that sort of stuff. All great, but I kind of want to get to the end of the game now, and I think I'm quite a way off. So I'm going to try and maybe put in some hours into that to get to the end, so I can start playing some other RPGs and stuff that are on my backlog. Because I think Octopath Traveler 2 has just come out on Game Pass, or is just about to. and Octopath Traveler 1 is already on there. And I was like, oh, I like the look of that. I'm going to play it. And I think it's been on there for like a year or more, and I've not touched it yet. So, and then obviously I've got Final Fantasy 16 then as well, which got me for my birthday when I turned 40. So I want to get to that. So that's kind of my main console games at the moment. A few games I've been dipping in and out of. I've been playing an old 360 game actually, which I downloaded years ago that caught my eye again. I thought I'd re-download. That's Might and Magic Clash of Heroes.
Okay.
And that one it's kind of like a color matching game, like your Candy Crush kind of things where you're matching colors. But instead of swapping around, you have to like move things out of the queue and then put them back in again. And if you get rows, they form an attack, and then on your turn they shoot up at the enemy. And the enemy's doing the same to you, and you can like put them in rows to build walls, and then columns to build attacks, and then you get different moves and things you can do. It's quite a fun little game. It's got like a bit of a story to it, and there's a narrative you go around, and there's a bit of a reason for the fights as long as you go. But at its core, it's just like a puzzle game matching colors, but it's very cleverly done. I quite like it. We need to talk about the VR showcase as well, seeing David Newland's comment about Hitman and VR. We'll come back to that stuff. Then you may have seen, if you're in the Total Video Gamers Facebook group, I've been keeping an eye out for free Steam games, but also like bundles. So I've got a recent bundle of a whole bunch of games, and I've got been playing a whole bunch of free ones as well, which has been popping up on the store. So the ones that I've been playing the most are Skater Gator. Is quite fun. There's a 2D one, then there's Skater Gator 3D, and that was reminds me of something like Croc or Sonic. And you've got bits where you're like running around like a normal 3D platformer, and then you get bits where you're on like pipes and you're grinding on your skateboard on pipes, a bit like the sections you get in Sonic games where you're like sliding down the pipes in like Sonic Heroes and stuff. So yeah, if you like Sonic games, it's kind of very similar to that. And then you've got it looks like you're celebrating being 4.
I'm 4. Doesn't show on.
I'm gonna have a quick look at my library quickly to remind myself what else I've been doing. I mentioned Skater Gator. What's one? Rotatosaurus was a good one as well. I've been playing
Rotatosaurus.
Rotatosaurus Adventure. That was free as well. See, and I've been playing on Steam Deck. I'm sure there's a few other ones. What was it? There was there was a game where you're like running an inn, and it has a funny pun name, like Innkeeper something. I'm going to find it now. Try and remember what it's called.
To be fair, I need to bring up my Steam library as well, because I can say that. I can say that now.
Definitely jump on some of these freebies, because there's a few indie games on there. There's some nice free ones. It's going to... Oh, there we go. Enchanted. See what they did there? So you're running Enchanted. So you're basically running an inn, and you've got like people come in for potions. You have to like make the potions and serve them on time. So it's one of those sort of like keep up with the demand of people in a cafe kind of games. Yeah, they're always fun just to pick up and play for a little bit. I won't sit there and play it for hours, but it's all right. I've also been playing a little bit more of what's that game? Dungeon Fell. That we've had on recently. That's I've been going back into that. And then I was playing a bit of 40 Winks on the Evercade as well. So
nice.
Jumping around a bit all over the place at the moment.
Dude, you have been gaming.
I have. I think I might give up on Rotatosaurus though, because I'm stuck and it's annoying.
That was free one, wasn't it?
It was free, yeah. It's good. Definitely recommend it. And if you play it and you get past the room I'm on, you can help me know how to get out of it, because I'm really stuck. I'm so outrageous. I can't figure out why. Just every way you turn it. So basically, you're like this little dinosaur, and you can move left and right, and you can do a little jump, and then you can rotate the screen left and right. But things react to the screen being rotated. So then it will introduce things like a boulder. And if you rotate the screen round, if the boulder's now above, it will drop down. And if you're underneath the boulder, when it drops down, you get crushed and you die. So you have to then reset the level. And then it'll have things like spikes. So you can walk under the spikes, but you can't walk over them. So you have to rotate it so that the spikes are above you and then walk past. And it starts off really simple. And after a while, it gets really like complicated, because you have to like rotate things back and forth and get through the level. And I've just got to this point now where I can't get out the room I'm in. So I'm like, I've been stuck there for ages. So I don't know how to get out now. But other than getting stuck, it's been enjoyable.
Excellent.
Wow.
That's a lot of games.
That is a lot of games.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I've got more that I haven't touched yet that I've just got on a list. So I'm going to keep trying to go through them. I did play one more. I can't remember what it's called, but it's one where like you're going through time to prevent a giant tentacle monster from taking over the earth, and it's like first person, and you go into like a museum, and then this tentacle creature attacks, and this robot says, "I'm from the future. We need to stop this thing from taking over the earth." So I was like, "No, that was kind of fun." Can't remember what it's called, though.
Okay. So, Lanners, what have you been playing?
Well, yeah, no. So I got right near the end of Mario & Luigi Brotherhood, and also I've been playing a bit of what's the paper one on my phone from Netflix? Paper Trails. Paper Trail. But then I looked and thought, oh my god, Assassin's Creed's out tomorrow. So I've been playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. But the day I got it, I got home, I'm thinking, amazing, can't wait to play this. And I walked into my lounge and my brother was there from America. So I was like, oh shit, there goes all my plans. So yeah, when my brother came, and it was obviously my birthday weekend, I have played quite a bit of it still. So yeah, it's fantastic. It's everything I wanted it to be and more. The intro level, I obviously don't want to ruin it for anyone, but like the intro stuff's brilliant. Sets it up really nicely. It like harpens back to like the old school. Like it's got a really great leveling up system. I've been playing probably about maybe 10 hours maybe, but I do what I always do. So it tells you to go here, but then I see like the old go up to the top to make your map bigger.
Yeah.
So I think, you know what, fuck the missions. I then start sneaking around and going and trying to get as many of the viewpoints as I can. So yeah, and I just put a podcast on and just go around doing that. So that's what I've been doing, going around doing all the. Yeah, I think it's great. I've done a bit of a mission just to level myself up because I'm only on about, I think I'm like level 5, maybe 6. So I'm only like level 6, but then all I've been doing is just been going around doing the viewpoints, going into like hard, like stronger areas. But at the minute, can only be like the ninja lady, forgetting her name at the top of my head. But it's voice acted great. It looks stunning. Playing it on PS5. I'm so glad because you can upgrade yourself. So if you time like they're trying to hit you, you can time your attacks and time your blocks right, or your dodges, and then it slows down time quickly. Because obviously she's not as powerful, so you can get away trying to hit it. So yeah, it's I can't wait. I want to go and be playing it straight after this and then go down and carry on playing it. But the one thing that I found what was really weird was so like the main intros when you turn the game on and it then start seeing all the other Assassin's Creed games like Odyssey, Mirage. I'm thinking, oh, is this just going to give you like a video, like a, you know what I mean? What's been going on? Will just give you like a video update or something. No, you click on it, it takes you to the fucking store, and they're trying to get you to buy it. So it's like, obviously, but the thing is, I flitter between whichever one I can get cheapest. If I can get it cheaper on Xbox, I'll just buy it on the Xbox. If I can get it cheaper on the PlayStation, I'll buy it on that. So, like, I've got Origins and Odyssey on my Xbox, whereas I've got Mirage on my PS5. So, so I clicked on it, and it just took me to the store, and I thought, what's going on here? So it was like an interface. It was really weird. It was like there's you thinking like, has the main protagonist. You click on it thinking, oh, it's going to give me a little video, get a watch, like, do you know what I mean, little roundup or something. Yeah. Nah, it just takes you straight to like the storefront and that. Yeah. So it's like Mags put it, yeah, crafty. So that's the one thing I found that was weird. And I don't know whether but it didn't have like all their games. Do you know what I mean? It didn't have like all like 20 or whatever it is of them. It literally just had like the last maybe 5 or 6. But yeah, that was the only thing I found that was odd because I thought, well, I'll just put Shadows in, and obviously, yeah, as soon as I did put the disc in, it was like 100 gig update. I was like, or download. I was like, fuck. But luckily I got quick in it, so it only took an hour. But I was like, right, I can't get gig. Yeah, so it was like I had to quickly delete some stuff off because I haven't upgraded the storage on my PS5. But I was like, right, okay, I wanted to play this before I got to go and get the kids because I had like an hour's gap before I had to go and pick the kids up from school. And
Mm.
now I'm like, great, and now I've got to wait for the kids to go to bed. But no, like, yeah, loads of like the like so good, like the cutscenes when like bits of bodies and that are going disappearing when they're getting cut off. You can obviously upgrade all your swords. You're basically, as I'm leveling up, I'm getting all different types of armor. As I'm being sneaky and just going around doing my usual, like doing the viewpoints, I can then collect armors and stuff. But the crafty thing they've done, so say like I went into somewhere and I like what I've been doing is I went into somewhere and just picked up a really strong armor. Well, it all depends on like how far I've got in the story before I'm allowed to put it on. So you bastards, yeah. So it's like you've also got like a leveling system. So you've got to be over a certain level for you to be able to actually put some like strongly armor on and that. And one thing I didn't like that they've done is they've done the usual transaction crap. So there's like a storefront. There's like, oh, if you want all of the locations to X, Y, and Z, spend £7 and buy these hex points, and then you can then pay for this pack that gives you all the locate. Like, do you know what I mean? And then was like, oh yeah, buy these skins and that. And I just thought, do you know what I mean? I thought, what? Like, oh, it's just a joke, isn't it? Just the classic modern gaming trying to scrape money out of you. Or the people that are lazy and can't be bothered to actually go looking for it. It just gives you can pay £7 for it. So I thought that was a bit weird, but really enjoying it. Be back on it in a minute.
Excellent. I'm glad you're enjoying it because it is your thing. So yeah. So I have got a stack of games because it's been a couple of weeks. I'll go through a couple of bits that are retro-y, and then I'll get onto the modern bits. So traded in a whole bunch of stuff at CEX as well as I'm going through my thinning out. Had enough to buy something that I got rid of back in the day. Glad I've got it back, and it's cost me nothing technically because I got rid of some stuff that I just had doubles and triples of. So I've got a lovely complete copy of Street Fighter Double Impact, Street Fighter 3. I would never normally buy a game like that because it's too much money, but when you trade all the crap in, that works for me. I got on eBay because it was a good deal. I got Double Impact again, but the Japanese version for the Dreamcast. And I got Third Strike, which is my favorite Street Fighter game. Again, Japanese. And then from from the oh my god, the Debug Awards. We talked about this last time. I got Tapeworm on NES, which is beautiful. It comes in a blue cartridge as well, which is delightful. And I got Flea 2 on the Dreamcast. So that's me retro bits snorted. I am almost annoyed with myself that I've not managed to finish this yet. So I'm still playing through Resident Evil 4 Remake. It's really, really good. I am really enjoying it. I think it would have been even better if it was just open, like a free open world type thing rather than the chapter side of things. Chapter side of things is a little bit annoying. But there we go. It's Resident Evil 4, isn't it? It's going to have the chapter section. So I think I'm on chapter 15 now, so I think I'm nearly done. But still really enjoying it. It's really good. And then the rest is a plethora of bits that was basically just really good prices, really good deals, and things that I've been wanting for a while. So finally, my copy of Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection turned up.
Nice.
Have yet to play it, but it's got literally everything you could want. It's got what we got on the back: X-Men, Children of the Atom, and the Punisher, the side-scrolling arcade beat-em-up games, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, and then Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. So it's got pretty much everything you'd want out of that original lot. Sticking with fighting games, this was a crazy price. No idea why this was so cheap, but I've got King of Fighters 15. Figured I haven't played a King of Fighters game for years. It was a silly price. Graphics look fantastic. Reviews say it's great. Why not? Valkyrie Elysium, another Square RPG type thing. Graphically, it looks okay, nice. But again, it's meant to be really good fun. It's meant to have a really good story. And then a couple of Team 17 games. So this one is a punt, Killer Frequency. Looks kind of cool. Looks like it's set in a radio station. I have no idea what to expect. I've not looked at any reviews. I'm not going to. I'm just going to go in totally blind and see what the hell this is about. But I'm just totally interested in this from the writing on the back and the cover. The cover just looks like an 80s slasher movie, so I'm all in on that. And then this was getting great reviews, and that's Dredge. Not normally the sort of thing I think I would go for, but figured I'm going to go for it anyway because the reviews are really good and it just sounds quirky, and I like quirky. So that is my physical media. And now I can talk about Steam because I can join the game. I can join the Steam Deck, the Steam Deck stuff. So I have been playing. I finished Pine Hearts. That was ridiculously charming. I would highly recommend that everybody go and put that on your wish list or just go and buy it. Pine Hearts was an absolute delight. Really, really loved that game. Very relaxing, very cute story. I've started playing The Beast Inside. I've literally only played it for a few minutes just to see how it played. It's like a first-person horror game that was on sale for like £1 something, and graphically it looked kind of cool. So I thought I'll give that a go. Limbo, obviously, which I got for 85p. I mean, Christ, you can't pass up that game when that's that price. And then I had a couple of bits in my wish list, just waiting to see if anything came on sale. And then they had their recent spring sale, so I managed to get Half-Life, which was £1.50, and Half-Life 2, which I think was £1.25, which is again just ridiculous. I've been playing Angerfoot. That came onto sale, so that was down to about £10. We played that last year at WASD, Tim.
Yeah.
And people just kept configuring the controls for that and making it a real ball ache to try and play. But I can safely say it is phenomenal when you've got it set the way you want it to be. So
And not
thoroughly,
like the mouse wheel to kick for some reason.
no, none of that.
Yeah.
It's really good fun. The humor's fantastic. I'm just really enjoying it. It's very, very silly, very violent, and I love it. And then my last game, which I got in the spring sale, was I really fancied playing Doom 2016 again, and I thought, I wonder if that's on Steam because I bet that'd be pretty cool. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, and it's on sale for £1.50. Ridiculous. So Doom 2016 for £1.50. So yeah, much like you, I have been playing a raft of things on a multitude of different things, albeit most of the PS5 stuff I haven't actually played yet.
Because you mentioned King of Fighters. I also picked up King of Fighters 98 in the Steam sale for like £2.89 or something like that. It wasn't very much, just a couple of quid. I was like, yeah, quite like the King of Fighters series, so grabbed one. Oh,
just see Dave Newland there. Silent Hill 2 on PS5 currently on sale, mate. Worth every penny. So good. Easily my favorite horror game of the current generation because it's Silent Hill 2 and they've somehow made it better. So pick that up for show. Blanners, you were going to say something then, I think.
Yeah, I was just basically going to say I forgot I picked up on Steam Broken Sword 2 remastered.
Ooh.
And yeah, because I couldn't justify paying 25 quid for the Evercade carts because I picked it up remastered number 2 for 94p. I thought
that's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's ridiculous. Remastered version as well. Yeah.
Those Steam sales are just insane. I'm so pleased I've got a Steam Deck. I really am. I've put a lot of time into it so far, so it's paid for itself. Technically not, but it has. Okay, let's move to the next topic, which I know someone has mentioned in the chat already, and that is the Bethesda have announced the official release date for Indiana Jones on the PS5. So Blunner's hit us with that magical release date.
So yeah, this is something I was not expecting to be this early. It will be with you. It will be on PlayStation 5 as of the 17th of April, 2025. That is phenomenal.
Okay.
It's not really much of a timed release, that is it?
No. So I think it came out beginning of December for Xbox Live.
Yeah.
So so literally 4 months, and you're already having it on PS5. So yeah, that's for me, that's massive.
Yeah. There's a part of me that wonders, are they releasing it physically on PS5 quicker because generally the PlayStation audience will buy the physical thing over the Xbox audience who will just play it on Game Pass. And does that mean Bethesda can then recoup a little bit more money quicker? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with games on Game Pass and how they get paid, whether there's some sort of licensing deal or whatever it is. But yeah, you tend to find a lot of PlayStation users will buy the physical game, so could be their way of trying to recoup a bit more money quicker.
So
Yeah.
how they've done it was an Indiana Jones. They've done it with the voice actor of Nathan Drake video.
Mhm.
I don't know whether to play it because I don't want to get copyright strikes. But yeah, so just look about it. But I've just reread that. But yeah, 9th of December was when it was released on Xbox. But
Yeah.
don't forget, it's Microsoft who actually own Bethesda, so
They do. Yeah,
maybe
Max
getting
just
it out. Maybe getting it out.
Yeah.
Oh, £70. Yeah, I played. Do you know what I mean? I just paid the tenner
Mm.
for Xbox thingy and just played it for free.
Yeah. It's an interesting one. I was not excited about this game at all.
Oh, it's
Like,
amazing.
not at all. There was just something about it from all of the promo and the videos and the trailers. I just thought it just didn't look right. But everyone that's played it has says how good it is. So
I enjoyed it. It was really good.
Did you
so I
finish
think
it?
I didn't finish it. No, I know you did. You shared a video, didn't you, when she got to the end? So I didn't actually get to the end. But no, I really enjoyed the look and feel of it, and it does feel like a Indiana Jones game. Do you know what I mean? Like it's definitely a putting yourself in Indy's shoes, going off on adventures and stuff. It's a good crack, if you will.
Yeah,
Whip
it is something I will pick up because I think it's inevitable. You know, I do enjoy an Indiana Jones movie.
£70 uncracks whip.
It's
So this
it's
is how they
difficult.
announced it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna obviously play the sound, but
Yeah.
yeah. So this is how they've done it.
It's difficult with the £70 price tag because I can't think of many first party massive games that aren't 70 quid at the moment.
No.
And you know, I don't begrudge the £70 mark much, purely because I'm getting the physical version of the game for that, and I get to keep it. And you know, if I don't like it, I can get rid of it and still recoup quite a large amount of the cost back. So I'm going to go and watch this afterwards for sure.
I think it's one of those things where, like, it's not that I think £70 is unreasonable for that game, because it's a new game, it's good quality, it's a good game. But when we've just been talking about games you picked up, and some of them were like a couple of quid, that you bought a game for like 98p, and I was thinking, well, I could buy I could potentially buy 70 Steam games of varying quality, or buy one PS5 game that's in new release, or buy a bunch of the cheap games, or play stuff on Game Pass, play stuff that's on PlayStation Plus, and then I find it hard to justify. I find it hard to justify dropping that much money on any game, no matter how good it is, unless it's something really big. Like, I probably will buy, GTA 6 when that comes out, and things like that. But I find it hard to justify spending that much money on a game. Not because I don't feel like that game is worth that much, but because there's so many other games that we can get so cheap.
I think that's the thing, isn't it?
Market at the moment.
It's that is the thing, and Steam has really opened my eyes to a huge amount of that. There's no option but to have a digital library. But when you're paying, like you say, when you're paying 80p, £1.50 for these games digitally, like I don't mind if all of a sudden Steam in 10 years time was just to go bankrupt and I lose all that Steam library. It's like, well, it's not. I mean, over time, if you spent like thousands, then you'd be quite annoyed, wouldn't you? But
yeah,
but the idea of being able to access stuff that readily for that little money and for that type of quality, like I can see it. I can see it. It just I think it's going to depend on the IP and does Indiana Jones still have that gravitas that it used to command a £70 price tag? I don't know.
I'm just trying to find it on Amazon yet, and I can't find it on there. So is it only on the PlayStation Store?
Let's have a look.
I just look collector's editions, 125 quid on Xbox. If you want like the old Globe and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere to
Let's have a
pick
look.
up
Indiana
on PS5
Jones.
physical. Is it digital only to begin with, or what? Because that'd be weird, wouldn't it?
You can pre-order it on Smiths, I think. There's definitely a link to Smiths, which I'm just clicking on. Oh, well, if you want you can't. Oh, yes, you can pre-order it from Smiths. So you can get it for the grand reduced price of $64.99 if you were to go to Smiths.
Ah, there you go.
There you go.
And if you
that's a bargain now.
Crack
exactly
that whip
crack the whip again.
Really,
Look at
that.
Look at that for a special edition, though, mate.
Oh, it loads.
That's cool.
Oh, that's delightful, isn't it? And I was going to say the version from Smiths, which I'm presuming will be for all pre-orders, wherever you are. There's a Last Crusader pre-order pack, so you can have the traveling suit that he wears, and from the looks of things, the specific whip, Lion Tamer whip, which you must use in the Last Crusade. So, yeah, it is out there. Yeah. You can pre-order it. So there we go. Nuclear whip crack. Exactly, Mr. Newland. Exactly. So yeah, Indiana Jones is coming very, very soon to PS5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I shall add it to the list. Will I get to it quickly? Probably not. I'll probably get to it when it's a reduced priced game. Not because I don't think it's worth that. I've just got too much else to play.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to play it and see what you think of it. But I absolutely loved it. I wasn't expecting much. Like Mag says in the chat, I wasn't expecting much, but I loved it. I was literally just chilling out. As I said, it was all I got it. Just mainly played it over Christmas time on the wall, because I for some reason hooked it up, and I felt like it was good. Loved it. Really great game. It's got that Bethesda thing where you. At first, I was just going through the missions, not really understanding the fact that I need to milk every single area I'm in. So that's that's one thing I would say to anyone is
milk
milk everything. Yeah, like to the point where I think I told you, Triangle Face, about hitting. What did I tell you about hitting something to open them up, like the chest?
Yeah, some of the chests you can smash them open.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I just done it by accident. So
I didn't know that until you told me, and I was like, "What? I can open these?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and milk everything you can.
I quite like the puzzles as well. When you're in like the catacombs of the like the tombs and stuff, there's like some really cool puzzles on there. So yeah, it's good. It is a fun game.
Good. I've done a good job.
Excellent. So sliding on to the next topic, which is Nintendo's Switch 2 news. So next week sees the direct that I think most people in the gaming world have been clambering for. It's been a long month since that. Was it a month or has it been 2 months since they announced the Switch?
2 months, I think it is.
2 months. It feels like forever. And I think people are really, really excited now to see what this console is about. What are Nintendo bringing to the next generation for them? Clearly, well, I say clearly, it's an obvious evolution of a tried and tested formula with the Switch 2. So, I'm just expecting a better Switch. That's what I'm expecting. Anything on top of that is a bonus. It's as far as I'm concerned. So there's a lot of people like, oh, it's just going to be a better Switch. It's like, right, okay, and where's the issue? Where's the issue? Just being a better Switch.
It's the first time Nintendo have ever done like a 2. Do you know what I mean? Like we went to like N64 and GameCube and Wii and things like. What was the other 2?
3DS was then done at 2DS. So
yeah,
but not as in
argue actually. It had a different
Yeah.
feature, didn't it? It went
100%.
3D, so it was.
Yeah.
It's
So I
like
suppose that.
2D,
And I would
but
say you went from Game Boy to Game Boy Color, if you want to count that. But
yeah.
in terms of
But it
like
didn't say
home
2, did it?
console,
Hmm.
home console's never had a 2, has it?
No, I
No,
haven't.
it's always
Yeah.
been a completely different controller, completely different
Mhm.
system,
Yeah.
completely different vibe. But I think they've hit a really good home run with the Switch as an idea, because any other system now that does it will just be copying Nintendo. Having a system that you can dock, takes cartridges, is still this family friendly thing, can detach, side controllers to create 2 separate control. Like if anybody else does that, you are just copying Nintendo. So I don't think anybody would commercially do that. So yeah, why not Switch 2? Bring it on. Blunders, hit us with the news that is in prep for next week.
Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly answer that. Anybody going? I still haven't heard back from my second. Like, I tried going again. My first time I didn't get in. I tried going in and still haven't heard anything back. So yeah, so I've got here the direct. Obviously, is the 2nd of April, so that's a week today, and they reckon there's going to be a 3-phased plan for their software. Also, before I start that quickly, they reckon it'll be coming in June as well. So they're claiming here that the actual Switch 2 itself is going to be coming in June. The last console that came in June was the Nintendo 64, apparently. And so yeah, so the first phase is just going to be first party titles getting top priority during initial launch. Then following this phase 2 will commence in October/November and allow for titles from third-party publishers to shine. As part of this, it's said that developers will receive their dev kits in June. So what? They're only giving them 3 months? Is that to just port some stuff over? It just doesn't seem long enough to me. I'm surprised they haven't got their dev kits now. And finally, the third phase essentially covers the Christmas period, which is presumably would allow both Nintendo and third-party publishers to unleash some major titles. So yeah, so like I said, overall sounds plausible. First of all, we can certainly imagine dev kits being sent to indie developers in June. It says for the major publishers, i.e., Activision, Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, will have all had their hands on dev kits for some time by now. Frankly, the notion of the Switch 2 launching with no third-party games is a bit ridiculous. So,
who said that?
That's what it says in the comment. It just says, could you imagine if it didn't like have no third party support at launch? Might be a bit ridiculous.
Well, I don't know.
think that's, yeah.
It's Nintendo, isn't it? Like I certainly don't buy a Nintendo to play
Games,
Call of Duty or
Yeah.
any of the games that I third party buy on most systems, unless it's something which is going to benefit from being on the Switch. Whether that's something like Minecraft. I think I've got Minecraft on bloody everything because it's nice to have that game on the Switch because it's just a nice game. But looking at other things like, oh god, like Lords of the Fallen, like that's a great third party game. I wouldn't play that on the Switch. Like it's angry enough playing that sort of game in your living room. I don't need to be playing that on the go.
And
so
I think there's quite a few like rumors of games, and I think a few of them are confirmed. Some have been rumors, but they're ports from like other systems. They're not new games. They're going to be new for Switch and Switch 2, but they're games that we've had for a while on other platforms. Like, are we that excited about that? Like, I think I saw one of them was like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Halo Master Chief Collection. So yeah, Halo Master Chief Collection is cool. I've got it on my Xbox. Would I want to buy that again on Switch 2 just so I could play it undocked? Or do I want Mario Kart 9 and Metroid and things like that? Like, I'm mainly really into it for the Nintendo titles.
I've just quickly gone for Switch 2 games rumors, and it's like you said, Tim, Master Chief, but there's also Mario Kart 9, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Hi-Fi Rush, Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Sea of Thieves, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Sparks of Hope, so both in one, rumored 3D Mario game, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Metal Gear Solid Data, Snake Eater, Pokemon Legends, Z and A, Professor Layton and the New World of Steam, Rainbow Six Siege, The Division, Starfield, Fallout 4, and Diablo 4. That's just some of the titles that have been rumored
Yeah.
coming over.
So, I mean, not much of that I would be super stoked for the third party wise on a Switch. But that being said, people that do decide, whether that's just because they don't want to have multiple consoles, this is the first generation where, I mean, you can class the Steam Deck, I guess, as a console, but it's more of a portable PC. But this is the first time in a long time that I've not gone multi-console. I've decided very much, I was like, no, I'm just going to get a PlayStation. I think I can live without Halo and Forza. And you know, ironically, they're now coming to PlayStation anyway. So, but for people that yeah do have a Switch and are, you know, generally just like, no, I'm going to stick with Nintendo. I like what they do. That, you know, it's going to be great for people like that have never been able to play the Halo series, or you know, especially Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. I mean, those two games are top tier RPGs, top tier. I mean, they are so good. So for that to be coming to Switch, I mean, I could be tempted to play, maybe not Rebirth, because that is a real dedication. But you know, I could quite happily play Remake again. But yeah,
how good does that look? I mean, I just think it looks great. I think that new Mario Kart game looks absolutely looks banging. I can't wait to play it. If the rumors are true, like with all the extra characters and all them extra spaces as well, you'd be playing. It'd be kind of like a Smash Brothers Ultimate. They reckon it could be going that way.
The thing that
I
will
think it's great.
absolutely like floor me will be a new 3D Mario title, because that's, you know, very rarely when you look back on sort of all the systems. I mean, I'm looking up at the NES, Super Nintendo, excuse me, N64, GameCube, looking at all of those systems, bar the NES, there's very few Mario games and sequels for a generation. It's normally one. Normally you get one really good 3D Mario game per generation. And for them to be, for the rumor to be that it's going to launch or within that launch window with one, that is really exciting, because I don't think a Nintendo console has launched with a brand new 3D Mario title probably since Mario 64.
No, I don't think it has.
So that would be a that would be a, I think I need to send one of my youngest children up the chimney type things to get some money for getting it sooner than I would like, if that was the case. If it launches with the 3D Mario title, then yeah, good grief. That's
also, I don't think it's rumored to have a really high price point either, by the sounds.
400 quid apparently.
Yeah, that's not too,
isn't too bad.
How much was the PlayStation 5 Pro going for? Wasn't that like 700 quid or
700 and something?
Yeah.
They dropped that pretty quick.
Yeah.
And even the regular PS5 at launch was what, 525? You know, and I know that's got, you know, 4K max scaling and, you know, blah blah blah. But this is a docked console and a handy. So for me, it's got dual purpose. 400 quid.
Have you had the rumors like saying it could be mouse support? Do you know what I mean? I just think, how would that work? Like, obviously, you then have to. I don't know. That'd be weird.
The thing I've seen
on a bloody desk.
Yeah, so the thing I've seen for like mouse support, sorry, is so you would take the Joy-Con off and then turn it down so that the part that would connect to the system is then like a, and then you would, in fact, I want to just take my Joy-Con off my console here. So you would have your Joy-Con like that. You would put it onto a desk like that, and then that would be like your mouse, and you could like tap on the here, and that's a cool idea, because there are definitely games where that sort of support would be phenomenal. I'm looking at all the 2-point games, you know, 2-Point Hospital, 2-Point Campus, the new 2-Point game that's come out recently. That would be cool, because those games just scream mouse support. So being able to do that would be fantastic. especially if there's going to be a couple of those point and click adventure games as well. They're sort of making a resurgence. Being able to do a mouse support with those again would be absolutely fantastic. So it's going to be an interesting one next week. It's really going to be. Yes, this is the original advert, wasn't it, that we got for the announcement? And yeah, later in the show, it does show the Joy-Con kind of
Joy-Con running around, doesn't it?
Yeah,
2 USB-C ports, one on the top, one on the bottom. Because apparently there is rumors that you can play it either upside down or the other way around. Doesn't matter which way it is. The whole clicking with the magnets now don't have the old.
Yep.
The rails, because that was always a problem with them. Bigger as well. Got these things around that stop you getting Joy-Con drift. Apparently.
They've definitely thought about
bigger
it.
SL and SL, yeah, bigger buttons on the sides because they were too small, them tiny ones.
Yeah,
definitely upgraded it, haven't they?
Oh, they have. Tried and tested formula that works incredibly well. Right, let's just make that better, and that's exactly what they've done. Like this bit there, that it could be nothing. It could just be they're playing, just making it look playful, making it look fun. But I think that screams mouse support to me. I just can't wait to see what they show off next week. I really can't. It's been a long time waiting, and I think we've all been fairly patient. So I just hope Nintendo absolutely knock it out of the park.
Yeah, I really do. I can't wait. Day one.
I would love it to be day one. I don't know if it's this time. Like I say, I might have to either send one of my kids up the chimney or, maybe I could sell a kidney. How much do I get for a kidney package?
Depends where you're selling it, I think. Answer in chat. Where do you get a good price for a kidney?
Yeah. If anyone's willing to do it, I'll give you 10%. Yes, we'll speak to you soon, Mag. Take it easy, dude. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun. We know what we're going to expect. So the system's been announced, so we know it's a better Switch. So it's really going to. I think it's really going to be about the games and the features. What's it bringing? Let's. How exciting! Walls meat pies. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, that could work. Stick the kidney in a pie if somebody wants it.
All right.
Okay. Next topic. Analog's Nintendo 64 imagining Analog 3D has been delayed. It seems that everything gets delayed.
We get loads of delays here.
It's almost like they just shouldn't put a release date on these things until they know for absolute certainty that it's going to happen. I'm still miffed that these things don't just get continuously. Do they get continuously made, or do they just make an amount and then stop?
Yeah, they should just get. I think they get continuously made, the analog stuff.
Okay, because it's such a cool thing, and the Nintendo 64 is my.
Look at that! It looks phenomenal, doesn't it?
I think it's arguably my favorite console because it's the one I have the most nostalgia for. So I would love one of these. I really, really would love one of these.
My wife saw this and was like, "Aren't you getting one of these?" And I was like, "I fucking wish." So how much was it? 250 quid.
Yeah. So it's more than what the N64 was at launch, but
it looks good though, doesn't it?
Look at it. Just being able to sit in the living room and play N64 would be so good. So good.
The controller looks phenomenal as well, doesn't it?
It does. There's a couple of places that have done some really good N64 controllers.
Got with the black though, isn't it? It's the original.
Yeah, you can't get a white one. Nobody wants a white one.
Mark up that word.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm intrigued. Do we know what the delays are for?
No, it doesn't say. I think it's just because they can't make them quick enough.
Yeah. Gold standard of multiplayer, correct. Yep. and
Yeah,
it's
there you go. Look
still.
at that controller.
Have
8-bit dough. Oh, it's going to be good.
have they announced what games they know work on it yet? Because I think it's not
It all works.
every
I
Oh,
know.
it
game is
says
going to work.
everything. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
If you
I think
scroll
it's
up,
everything.
say
Yeah,
full
Ah.
support. I
yeah.
think it says.
Saying that, you don't see the back of that. See if it's got the expansion pack for the old Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, 70% of the games library. Scroll up a sec.
Oh, what was that?
Just there. So what does it say?
Oh, around 70%. Sorry. Oh, supports multiplayer.
multiplayer.
Doesn't say. Yeah.
So if you scroll up a bit more, I'm sure there's a thing on there that said something. If you go up a bit more, it was on there. 100% compatibility.
First 100% compatibility. Yeah.
Wow.
Spent nearly 4 years engineering it.
And I wonder if that's 100% compatible with all regions as well. Do you reckon it's region free? Must be.
Yeah.
Surely you
As I
wouldn't.
said, I played a couple of games. Like I love Conker's Fur Day and all that, but when I was playing it on like it was hurting my eyes where it was like
Yeah.
stretched and all that. So I really obviously they've had to do some jiggery pokery to get it working because
Yeah.
it was like it didn't look good on the old modern TVs. So fingers crossed they've sorted that.
They will. They will have had that looking really slick now, I think, because the analog stuff is just renowned for being top tier, high end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I hope they do make more, and it isn't just this one little run, because that would just suck.
No, they will. Is that Amazon?
Oh,
Is
they
that
do.
Amazon?
Is it Bianco? Sorry, I
Oh,
probably
yeah,
butchered the name there.
Analog Pocket.
They don't get continuously made apart from the analog pocket, which comes back into stock. All the other consoles they do are limited. Oh man,
Oh, what?
that's well, that's a downer.
No, don't get
What
continuous shit. I should have bought one then.
What a Debbie Downer. Oh well, black market it is.
Yeah.
But I bet that's going to be
Yeah,
silly
eBay.
money. Let's have we'll get a poll running on the Total Video Gamers Facebook group. What do we think the top selling price will be for one of these analog 3Ds on the secondhand market when they launch? What do we think the most expensive one is going to sell for? Considering it's 250 quid as a pre-order.
Maybe 2 kidneys.
2 kidneys, yeah.
Two
2
triangles.
kidneys. Yep. 2.5 kidneys if you could spare the extra half.
Possibly.
I'm going to go and say I reckon it's going to be £600 will be the one that I will see the most expensive sell for. I reckon it will be more than double. But ho hum. Oh, there we are. So the SNES console goes for about 600 on eBay. So I wasn't that far off. That's what I reckon the N64 one will end up going for. Bugger. Oh, well. Good evening, Shams. How are you? Okay. Next topic. It is official. The Lego fanatics are going to go mad. Lego Pokemon is coming. Just when you thought Lego couldn't get their hands on any more franchises, you get a Lego Pikachu that is going to be coming at you, as Cleopatra would say.
That's all they released is this.
I'll be honest, I find it hard to get hyped about this because I thought there was already Lego Pokemon, but it turns out it wasn't official Lego. There's like they had
Mega
some
Blocks.
Lego, it's like Mega Blocks, because there's like a bunch of Lego Pokemon stuff in Aldi the other day. I was like, oh, they got a bunch of Lego Pokemon things. There's like a Charmander and a Pikachu and stuff. And then it was announced coming soon Lego Pokemon. I was like, well, what was an Aldi then? It was Mega Blocks. So
Yeah.
not quite the same. But does this mean though that we might get a Lego Pokemon game?
I would argue that is almost an inevitability.
And would it be on all platforms?
No. Switch too. I'd play a Pokemon Lego Pokemon game. I've played a little bit of the Harry Potter Lego with my kids, but they lose interest after the first little bit, so I didn't get very far. But
and then you're left doing it on your own, aren't you?
Yeah, and I was like playing for a little bit. It's like can't. It's like, go on, pick up a controller. You could be Hagrid. they lose interest after a few minutes.
I can't remember the last Lego game I played.
Did you
It's
see
been
this?
a long time.
Did you see
God.
this?
What's that? Go on.
This was released. Oh, get out! What's this? Come on. This was released on
Oh, what?
Mario Day, wasn't it?
Oh, right.
Look at that.
Oh, for God's sake. Like, I'm so glad I am not into Lego. I
know,
really
so
am.
because it cost me a fortune.
It's a lot as well. Like
It's
a lot of
huge.
money.
150 quid.
Whenever I
that's
go
mad.
in places that like I see like a Lego set, like sometimes I look at it for the kids and stuff. Like, oh, that's a nice Lego set. I look at the price. I'm like, no, I'm not paying that. They're like, some of it's just so expensive.
The one
crazy.
I've always wanted, and I think if I was to ever come into, a silly amount of money, and I didn't have to worry about things for a bit, I would spunk it on a Batmobile. I really want one of those big Lego Tim Burton Batmobiles. That's
I want
just
the Bowser, mate.
like that. Oh, the Bowser's incredible, is it
Yeah.
not? I do reckon though, if I was to buy my son a whole big box of multicolored Lego blocks, I reckon he'd be able to build me one though. He's really clever with this
Yeah.
sort of stuff. So I reckon he'd be able to build something.
I've not really tested it out. Again, I'm not a huge like Lego guy, to be honest. Like my kids have got some Lego they play with a bit, but I've not really been one to get like the official Lego sets. I'm a bit of a cheapskate, so I'm buying like the fake Lego rather than buying like the proper set. But there is a cool app I've seen where you can basically get your camera out and you put all your Lego out on the floor, and it uses AI and scans all your bits of Lego, and then it comes up with guides of how to build anything that you can build with the bits you've got.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how well it really works, but I've done a test one, and it wasn't great, but you could only scan up to so many blocks, and if you wanted to do a larger set, you'd have to pay for premium version. I was like, I don't think I want it that bad, but again, because I'm a cheapskate, I don't want to pay for the app. I wanted it to be free. But it's a cool idea if it works. Like, pour all your Legos out on the floor, scan it with an AI, and say, I can build these 85 different things.
So if you could make one Pokemon Lego, what would it be and why?
Oh man,
I'll go first.
Go on.
I said it earlier. Well, no, I would have said Charmander, but my favorite Pokemon is Mewtwo, so I'd love to have a massive Mewtwo up in the air, or as Craddock said in the Facebook group, he said a block-faced Ash Ketchum. So I wouldn't mind having that either. So yeah, I'd like to have a Master Ball with Mewtwo up in the air, massive.
I have a little soft spot for a Snorlax.
A
big Lego Snorlax that just
massive one. That's just
Yeah, I'm not massive into Pokemon, but yeah. Go on, Tim. What would you have?
I'm not sure. That's a really tricky one. Like, I think maybe like Scyther would look quite cool, but I don't know how well the like blades would work in Lego because it might just be like really flimsy and fall apart.
Mate,
but maybe like if you had it on a
because you don't buy official Lego. Official Lego would be fine, mate.
Right. Yeah, no, I buy the cheap stuff. I buy like mega bricks and things like that.
Mega block.
If you had it on a plinth and then maybe had like the see-through kind of Lego in like a purple shade and have a Ghastly, I think a Lego Ghastly might look pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
Or maybe a Gengar, like the evolved version. But yeah, one of the ghost ones maybe would be cool.
Yeah,
you don't realize how therapeutic it is as well. I always get like because I've got the original I've got like the Lego Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach. I've got all them three. That's why I need, and I've got a Bowser, the smaller Bowser in this car. I want the huge Bowser, but you don't realize how therapeutic it is actually just building it. It's I like. Do you know what I mean? My mate has all like the heads, like you can get like the Star Wars heads and stuff like that, and the Infinity Gauntlets and stuff. Which you don't realize how fun it is.
I've got a few bits. Like I've got the Lego Ghostbusters, got the Ecto 1 and 4 Ghostbusters, and I have a couple of little Batmobiles. I've got the one from the Batman and one that's like mimicking the 89 Batman. Like I've got, like I said, I've got a couple of Lego sets because sometimes they're just cool, but I'm not like Cabbage Face, I'm not just Lego. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yep, they should do Lego Warhammer. That would probably just send my son into overdrive.
They could do Lego anything, to be fair, can't they?
They pretty much have.
Lego everything.
Lego. Just saying, Ollie, I don't know if you've seen this then. If you haven't seen the others, I'm going to quickly just add this to the screen because I thought, what the hell when I saw this come out? This isn't one I'd be interested in, but it is a bit weird looking. Where's the play? Can you see it?
I reckon my son
Have
could.
you seen it?
Well, maybe no. I didn't realise it moved.
Yeah, look.
Oh, what? Ridiculous.
That only looks good one way.
That is. I mean, that's cool. Oh, what?
Yeah.
No,
I don't know how you do that.
Give off.
Just live on the shelf.
Give off.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I am now going to find
£91 on the sale.
There you go.
It's crazy money, but yeah, they pretty much do anything. There's also a Lego Legend of Zelda Great Deku Tree, which has got 2-in-1. So yeah, and that is £259. Obviously, you've got the Lego NES, you got the Atari.
Yeah.
Is there Atari one as well? So
There.
yeah.
Do you want to see something that is dead cool though? Let me get this to load up. There is a. Oh, how do I make that massive? Okay.
I'm
Let
saying
this
the words about that.
Yeah, I was going to say just rub it gently. Where are we? Where's the box that shows us? Okay, cool. So there is an Easter set you can get, a Lego Easter set, and somebody has repurposed the set to make something pretty damn cool. So, share screen. Where are we at? Right.
I think it is. I think it's still broken.
Blam!
They won't be able to fix it because it's the ROM. Oh yeah, the face hugger.
that's
I've
cool.
heard
So
about
you-
this.
yeah.
They turned the Easter Bunny
can
into
get-
the face hugger, haven't they?
Yeah, you can get this Easter Bunny stroke dog fox stroke seal thing and turn it into a face hugger. Look at that. Look at that. That is the
Amazing.
best. You go from that to the
To a
most
killer
feared thing in
alien.
the galaxy.
I know. Do you know
Look
what?
at that.
I'm a quite deep sleeper, and and I used to have nightmares as a kid of that thing going across my face. So my missus could like hit me, punch me, but she does that across my face. I'm up. I jump out of my bed like, what the hell was that? Like, yeah, the face hugger, mate, is like the ultimate like
Shocker.
trouser accident waiting to happen.
I really liked.
Lovely.
What was the new Alien film that's only recently come out? This just
Romulus.
Romulus.
Romulus. That was really good, actually. I thought this
Really
is a
good.
return to
So
form
good.
for Alien. I thought that was great.
So good.
That was really
It
good.
had the impossible task of tangent, obviously. It had the impossible task of making a sequel to Alien, a prequel to Aliens, so sitting in that middle bracket. It had to acknowledge everything that had happened in Prometheus and things like the black goo and engineers, but you weren't allowed to unpack it. You had to just acknowledge that it was there, somehow bring it in, and also try and do something different with it as well. Show us something we've not seen before. And it succeeded on all of those fronts. It was just a little bit of ropey CGI and a terrible line that stopped it from being a 5-star movie. It was very, very good.
Seems apparently it's still broken because it's using NTSC ROMs. That's why if you've got a Steam Deck or Steam, I suggest you play it that way because you can pick it up for like £1. I picked up the second one for like less than £1, and it was remastered. Yeah. Right. I'll quickly add this in. It's coming hopefully anytime this week. I'm praying it comes tomorrow on my birthday. It is the Evercade Showcase predictions. I want us to get another one. I want us to get another one right. Ollie got the last one. I got the first one. So Triangle Face, it's about time you got one of these predictions right. So
I'm going to predict.
Derek let it out of the bag that there will be other games that will be announced as well. So it isn't just going to be SNK like everyone thinks. There will be other carts that are announced. So yeah, we'll go with you, Tim. Come on, we need to be. I need.
There'll be more than this.
I think. Show.
Right. So I think there will be more than this. One of the things that I think will be announced is an SNK Alpha.
Ooh.
So I'm hoping for everyone that wants the carts,
it's going to be on
see
it.
some SNK carts want to see an SNK Alpha with King of Fighters on there. In the same way we had the Street Fighter one with loads of different versions of Street Fighter, I want to have an SNK cabinet with loads of different versions of either Fatal Fury and King of Fighters.
That's a good prediction.
That is a good prediction.
And if they have that, and if there's a artwork of Terry Bogard burning Knuckle up the side, I will throw money at it. Like, shut up and take my money.
Okay.
I'll be selling my kidneys.
Ollie, what about you, Ollie? You'd be selling any more of them kidneys?
I think I'm
How many kidneys do you have? How many
I think I'm
coming out?
His kids have got some.
I'm definitely up to selling about 4 of my kidneys at the moment.
Donating blood.
I think, and I'm going to go dead safe here. I think there will be safe. I think there will be a Metal Slug cart collection. I know nobody wants it, but I want it. And if I get it, then everybody else can just, suck on that. So yeah, I think there will be a Metal Slug collection cart. I think there is going to be an SNK Super Pocket, which is going to have something. It's going to have a particular game on it that none of the other systems or collections is going to have. What that is, I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I think that's what's going to be.
Right. I think it's like you said. I think there's going to be 2 alphas. There's going to be a Metal Slug one. There's going to be a Fatal Fury one. I also think the cartridge will be made up of like some of their arcadey games. Like one especially for you, one Triangle Face called Bermuda Triangle. I think there'll be like just a cartridge that has like some of their random stuff. I'm just looking at SNK games now, like list. And I also think that Croc is going to get announced. Remastered Giga Kart for 25 English pounds. Mark my words, Croc Remastered is already coming out. Everywhere else, every single Giga Kart so far has been a PlayStation game. So that is what's making me think that is what's going to happen. I do think they're going to I think they're going to muck it up, as in not have Metal Slug games on cartridges, so we can play them anywhere. So I can just put that straight into my alpha and play it. Because if not, which I don't think they will, I think people will then be looking at other ways of getting it on their original alphas, which is a shame. But yeah, that is my prediction. I do think there's going to be another Giga Kart announced. Oh, and also, I'll put this out there as well. What's that game you played, which I was really gutted they weren't at Bristol VGE? The guys who made Full Void.
Oh, Out of the Bit, the studio.
Out of the Bit Studios game. What's it called? Sudoku, yeah. I reckon that's going to have its own single release, like a special edition one as well.
Yeah,
quite possibly.
That would be worth
and it is cool as well. I managed to get a chance to play it at Debug, so it is good.
Yeah, Croc is a hard sale. So's Broken Sword that don't play well, mate. For 25 quid, that's a hard sell as well, isn't it? So, like Toxo said, they look like, what was it? They look like they're playing. They look like they're on stuff that you can't get in boots. Which I thought was quite funny. So
yeah, interesting. I do think there's definitely going to be something.
So my scenes, I've been disappointed. Well, to be fair, Indie Heroes 4, I actually really enjoy. I actually quite enjoyed it, but the other 3 carts, not interested in at all. And like you said,
it's only March. We've got time
it's
to
only
get
March.
some good announcements. We'll see how we get on.
Let's see how that runs. But those are our predictions. Let's see if we are right. Tune in next week for TEP, and we might be able to.
Yeah, I also think maybe we should do something if it is live. If I get home and because they like to do them about 2:00. If I get home and it's been announced or it's going live, I will be on here live. So people stay, and I'll be watching it on here. So stay tuned if we are.
Yeah. Let's see what comes.
Yeah.
What have we got next
there
on the
was one
agenda?
other thing.
Oh,
There's
Yeah,
one other
totally.
thing I was going to talk about, and consciously we're over and on time. But have you seen anything in the VR showcase that has caught your eye?
Other than Hitman, that was my main
Hitman
one.
was one of them, yeah. Oh, Mr. Newland, you just dropped some birthday
Oh,
drinks
wow.
for Blanners.
Thank you.
Mate, that is very generous of you, dude. Thank you so
Got the
much.
badge on.
Big 4-0.
For
Tomorrow,
today.
yeah.
Here's
4 today. And 4.
Oh.
That was
the
the
only
main
thing
one for
I was
me,
going to
Hitman.
mention from the VR one was there's a couple of horror ones. Ghost Town looks quite cool, and Memoriam as well looks very Dead Space. So I don't know what you guys thought of it, but I was very pleased with the range and how many different games were coming. Because I was like, feel like we've not had any big VR announcements that have got me excited, and then through that of this, I was like, actually, we've got some good looking stuff here, and it's not just like remakes and ports and stuff. It's like new IPs, new games, new studio. I was like, there's quite a lot of cool stuff coming here, so I was quite pleased with it all.
I want something to make me pull the trigger on a PSVR 2. That's what I want. I want something to make me pull that trigger, because I enjoy PSVR. I want the VR 2. I'm just not prepared to drop that kind of money on it just yet. So we'll have to see.
You got the PlayStation games up, didn't you, Tim?
PS Plus games.
Yeah, I've got PS Plus games. Talking the essential or the all of them?
All of essential. Let's go with the essential.
Yeah. Well, the essential, we have got I don't remember myself what it was now. I know we've got the Cowabunga collection, which I was very pleased with, because I was considering buying that. And I was like, don't know. And then it came for free. And I was like,
that's so good.
Triangle Face's favourite word, free.
Yeah, my favourite price. I am, as I've said a few times in the stream, a bit of a cheapskate. So I was like, yeah, that's great. Great price. What else we got here? It was... do you know what? I think how they do it now, I find it really hard to actually see where the games are. Because Sonic Colors was the other one. I know that much.
I've got that on the PS4.
That was your favourite one, Charlie.
It's a bloody good port. I have to say, it's been updated a little bit. It's great. If you've not played Sonic Colors, easily, hands down, the best 3D Sonic game.
Oh wow!
I have not played it yet, so I'll have to check it out.
It's absolutely brilliant.
I've not played it yet. Yeah, and there was one other one, and I'm trying to remember what it was. And I swear they hide it all now. Of what you can actually how you find what the games are. It used to be really easy to find. I'm going to put it into a web browser instead of looking at an app.
Yeah.
So PS Plus Games March. Again, it's another solid month, to be fair. Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
Yes,
I think isn't that like fairly new as well? That's not been out that long, has it?
No, and it's not sold well, I don't think. So I think getting it on PS Plus was just
on seats,
right.
Yeah. So that's in my library already. I've plunked it in there because I like the Dragon Age games. They're a bit maybe dated now, but I still like them. They're good fun. So the fact that I don't have to drop 60 notes on this one is quite good. Cowabunga collection is the biggest one out of all of that, though. That is such a good collection of games. And it really reminds you just how rock hard all of those games were back in the day, especially Turtles Tournament Fighter. Like, I forgot how punishing.
I'm glad you said that. I'm normally like fairly good at like fighting games like that, and I played on that, and I was just getting owned. I was like, "What? what am I doing wrong?"
It is
really good at Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
Punishingly difficult. Especially the Mega Drive one. The Mega Drive one is just stupidly difficult. I have platinumed the Cowabunga collection, and I'm really, really proud of myself. And if it didn't have the rewind feature, I don't think I would have platinumed that one at all. It'd be, it's a bit of a pain, but an absolutely solid collection. So many good games, 100% worth your time. I think that's it, isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
That's us. That's us at the end. Next week, we will be able to start plugging a particular games event that is coming up. I think we can start plugging it now. We just can't say anything that's happening. That is Nottingham VGE, Notts VGE. It is coming back. It is back this year. It is going to be 2 days. It is going to be absolutely phenomenal. The three of us are going to be there. I'm still trying to convince Ryan to come, but he's off to America very soon after. So I don't know if he'll be able to make it, but we will be there. There's going to be some great things happening. We will be able to start talking about that next week, I think, or week after next. Either way,
we'll be looking to. We've upgraded some of us. Well, I've upgraded some of the stuff, so we're looking to try and live stream our actual live shows. So we're going to try and do that as best we can. So you guys that can't make it can join us on the lives.
Hey.
Cool,
So all that is left to say is thank you everyone for joining along live. It's always an absolute pleasure to see and speak to you all as we go along. Thank you, Mr. Newland, for donating some Green Queens for Mr. Blunner's birthday drinks, which will be lovingly used. If you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button because it's free and it certainly helps us out a huge amount. Do give the thumbs up, a little cheeky push, because that lets us know that you've been here. It lets us know that you've enjoyed the content. And that's a good question, Rob. I don't know.
It
has, mate.
It has. I haven't noticed them take more money off me, so I haven't noticed if it has.
Tim would notice that, so don't.
I'm gonna have to.
Frugal I am. I noticed the price hike.
I'm gonna have to go and check my bank balance now. So, but yeah, no, just thank you everyone for all your support. It's been a lovely start to the year with a nice little rebrand, and we just look forward to speaking to all of you and seeing you all as soon as we can. So we will see you next week for Total Evercade Podcast. Good evening.